I wanted to practice.
Cheeks are hurting.
She'll make some, like, sounds going,
Who on earth do you think you are? We're the Hardacres. You can call me Mum.
Hello, my name is Claire Cooper and I play Mary Hardacre.
My name is Liam McMahon and I play Sam Hardacre.
My name is Julie Graham and I play Ma.
I'm Zak-Ford Williams and I play Harry in the Hardacres.
I'm Shannon Lavelle and I play Eliza in the Hardacres.
Hi, I'm Adam Little and I play Joe Hardacre.
The Hardacres is about a family. It's a rags to riches story, so we're going to focus in on a family from Yorkshire. And they're grafters. They work with the fishing industry. They gut herring. It's a delightful lifestyle to live, and it's hard graft. Something happens which triggers the family into a situation where they have to think differently and outside the box. So then they actually come up with a concept which ultimately takes them on a completely different track, which becomes very, very lucrative for them and changes their whole geography, the whole geography of their entire life.
They're just a kind of, I suppose, a normal working class family. I mean, they love each other, but they fight and they bicker, but they're a very, very loyal and close unit. So if you go up against one of them, you go up against the whole family.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this.
She's a modern woman in a period setting. She thinks differently. She's an entrepreneur. She's also, interestingly, not put in a box by her husband. Her husband lets her breathe, lets her become the woman that she is. And you know, we all know those times you didn't have a voice.
Someone with a moral compass, someone who's fighting for the good, somebody who champions the underdog, and someone who is an underdog.
She's a strong, strident, opinionated, cantankerous, wily, sneaky, criminal.
In her first line about not being a gutty all her life, it just tells you exactly who Eliza is. She goes against the grain. She's so full of wonder and courage. I want to be an independent woman.
He's a very intelligent lad and watcher, and he's making these sort of quips and little jokes that I don't think anyone else would really get away with making either.
What would you know? Nothing.
I think my whole dynamic with the family is a bit different to my siblings. I think with Joe, it's that sense of feeling isolated. He's so different, and I think he's obviously he's the eldest. He's going through that transition in his life where he's turning into a man. He wants to do his own thing. I'm big into sort of my disability history, being a disabled man and a disabled actor, and I loved the way Harry was portrayed, and often disability throughout history was a very common thing among the working classes because of sort of, you know, problems with healthcare or getting injured at work or whatever, so it happened. But then it was not taboo among the working classes, which is where he originally comes from. But then going into sort of the upper classes and the aristocracy, it's suddenly a massive thing.
Oh gosh, what happened to you?
I was born this way.
Doesn't hold him back though, does it, son?
I see a northern script. It's like, sort of feels like somebody that isn't northern's written what they think a northern conversation would go like, or like language would be used. And when I read this, I was like, I just think it's so beautifully written based on where it's set in Yorkshire, and it just felt familiar and it felt real, like raw. Just even the language, which naturally made the characters feel like as if it was somebody I've met before.
Be grateful for him. And don't drive him away by playing Lady Snooty Draws.
Anytime me and Julie are on set together, we do nothing but laugh anyway. We're like two naughty school kids. But we had this one day when we was in the lodgings, and I'm not lying, for 2 hours straight, me and Julie did not stop laughing for a single like, we was terrified of them coming to do our close-ups because we couldn't get it together at all. It was so funny.
Shannon and I have such a laugh when we're working together. We've got a real bond. We just had this, you know, immediate chemistry. We would just laugh all day long. I mean, in fact, it's quite problematic when we've got scenes together because we just, you know, it's quite lively.
Oh, Julie, she's just a pro, honestly. We all know that anyway. Julie Graham, she knows what she's doing.
How are you supposed to know all this stupid ins and outs? Fish and soup, eh?
She's a joy to work with. She's inventive, she's organic, and she flows with you. And, you know, she She'll make some like sounds going, I don't know what it is she does, but it's brilliant. As Ma, inside I'm just like, I just want a corpse all the way through.
Claire's a great wife, I have to say. But when I walked into the room immediately, the warmth, very down to earth. And I knew that basically if I got the job, her and I could, get stuck into the fish guts together. And then since we started filming, we've managed to, forge in reality what's on screen, which is a great bond, a great friendship.
It's great working with Liam. He's a really generous actor. He's thoughtful. He does a lot of work behind the scenes. He comes to the floor and he gives so much. He cares a lot about what you're doing. He makes you more important than himself. And you can't ask for anything more. And he's actually a really wonderful person as well.
Zach, Adam and Shannon are relatively newcomers. It's incredible to see, and just to stand back and watch their energy and their enthusiasm, and they're at the beginning of their careers. And it takes you back to whenever I was at the beginning of my career. And their eyes are wide open, and they're just, they're gorging on every detail, and it's beautiful to watch.
Finally decided to get up, lazy ass.
I'll take one of everything. There's one scene that stood out to me. It was around the breakfast table. Do you remember it? And you had to burp about 30 times.
Oh, yes!
We just sat behind the camera for about half hour, watching you make a fake burp.
They were good burps as well.
Really
they were good. I was very impressed.
Bearing in mind, I just ate about 14 sausages.
Has anyone seen Ma?
A lot of the TV at the moment that's on, that I'm watching as well, there's not too many family shows, right, where you can sit down and you're not worrying about violence or sex. And I think the Hardacres bring a show that can be aired and everyone can sit down and just sit down and enjoy it every week and just roll with us. Because we've been on this incredible journey and I really, really hope that it translates on screen. I really do, because we've had a heck of a lot of fun. And we've put so much love into this. We've grafted just like the Hardacres graft.